Hi, my lovelies. It's your girl Locked in Letos coming at you on this no makeup Monday. You see, we are in the kitchen, honey. We are about to get it in. If you are new here, welcome. Please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Always like and comment because I absolutely love to hear from you. If you didn't know, I am in this for the love of all things beauty and beautiful. So let's see, what are we getting into today? We are actually going to be coloring some handmade lock extensions. So if you didn't know, my daughter has permanent lock extensions. She has really long permanent lock extensions, and we made her lock extensions by hand, and it was, they were homemade. They were DIY. DIY, DIY, DIY. Oh my gosh. DIY. And so some of her extensions are really, really good, really well made. And some of them, there was a little bit of a learning curve. So some of them aren't the greatest. And so I wanted to actually change them out. I wanted to actually redo some of her extensions. So in order to facilitate an easier process, I ordered her a touch-up bundle, which is 10 locks from Fashion Dreads. So Fashion Dreads by Nappstar. We ordered her 10 handmade lock extensions in the shade Honey Blonde, number 27. They are 16-inch, and again, it's a touch-up bundle, so that means that there are 10 locks in the touch-up bundle. And we ordered her the medium size. So her locks are a bit thicker. Her locks are actually twice as big as my locks. Her locks are probably medium to large, like almost bordering on the large because her hair is so thick. But certainly the medium. So we ordered her and these are the Nappstar Fashion Dreads medium lock extensions. These are 100% human hair handmade lock extensions. And we actually ordered this color so that we could color them. Her locks are actually burgundy, and we ordered this honey blonde so that we could color them burgundy. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be coloring her lock extensions so that we can get ready to install them. So if you're interested in how to color, or how I'm going to color these handmade lock extensions, stay tuned. Okay, so these are all of the supplies that we are going to use to color the Fashion Dreads. So first and foremost, we of course have our Fashion Dreads, again in the shade Honey Blonde. I am going to actually be using a watercolor method. So I've seen this method used on coloring bundles for weaves. So I thought that this would be an easier way to color the pre-lightened lock extensions. It's a way to be able to get the color to penetrate through the lock extension a little bit easier than just letting the color sit. We'll see how it works. I actually have this again, the Adore color in the shade Burgundy Envy, and then I have a vessel of water, and it is incredibly hot water. So we are going to go ahead and mix the Adore color into the hot water, as hot as we can possibly stand it, and then we'll get started. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. And in order to start, I actually did microwave some water to add to my hot tap water. So my tap water is relatively hot, but I did microwave the water just to make it a little bit hotter. I didn't bring it to a boil, but I did make it relatively hot. Um, I'm going to go ahead and add my hair color, and I'm going to add about a third of a bottle of the color. I don't need a whole slew. I don't need a whole bottle of hair color because I'm only coloring 10 lock extensions. So I add about a third of the bottle, and of course stir that around to make sure that it is dissolved and mixed throughout the water and it's even. And then I'm going to go ahead and just add my lock extensions right into there. And you can almost see instantly that color takes almost instantly. And I'm going to just dip those lock extensions into the water and allow the color to penetrate a little bit. Now I am using a spoon to stir the lock extensions around in the water. You can use your hands, but of course, if you're using your hands with a dark color like burgundy, I would recommend, of course, using gloves. Now you can see my stiletto nails, honey, are not going to do anything but poke holes into anybody's vinyl gloves. So I am using a spoon and trying really carefully not to get too much color on my hands or all over the place for that matter. But yeah, I can use gloves just because of my nails, but que sera. So I'm using that spoon to dip the locks in, stir them around in the water, and then I'm going to use that to pull them out, and we're going to get to rinsing. So I'm going to go ahead and rinse the lock extensions in cold water. So we dipped and dyed in very hot water, and now we are going to rinse in cold water. And we are going to rinse until this water runs clear. And that's a long time. We were rinsing and rinsing and rinsing and rinsing and it literally took us less than 30 seconds to, okay, I'm lying, about a minute to dye the hair. So I had the hair in the dye for about a minute, and I was rinsing for about 20 minutes. Well, okay, I'm lying. I was rinsing for about 10 minutes. And then I'm actually going to follow that rinse up with a shampoo and a condition, because of course we want to make sure that our human hair lock extensions are well cared for. So again, rinsing and rinsing and rinsing and okay, I'm gonna stop. So I am going to follow up the rinsing with a shampoo and a conditioner. So I'm using my Nappstar Tea Tree shampoo. And I just did a slight shampoo. I didn't want to shampoo all of the color off of the lock extensions, but again, I did a slight shampoo. And then I'm going to follow that up with a condition. And ooh, child, this is the reason why I do not like to condition my locks. Getting conditioner out of locks is incredibly difficult. If you are not careful, you can leave conditioner in your locks, and then you will actually end up with buildup. So it is imperative that if you are conditioning your locks or using conditioner on your locks, that you are rinsing them thoroughly. And I literally took about 20 minutes so I sped this up a lot, but 20 minutes I was actually rinsing my lock extensions after I conditioned them. Now, conditioning, of course, after color, especially if you're using hot water, you want to make sure that you are putting some moisture back into your hair, even your lock extensions. You want to care for them very much like you are caring for your natural hair. And so I did want to condition them after coloring them. But again, you want to make sure that you are rinsing those lock extensions. You want to actually make sure you're rinsing your locks really, really well if you are using conditioner. So I actually went ahead and started to towel dry my lock extensions, and I realized that there was still conditioner, even after 20 minutes, still conditioner in the lock extensions. So again, went to re-rinse them. I actually will end up filling up the vase with cold water and actually dipping the locks into the vase to see if I can't get some more of that conditioner out. But you can see I am like literally there's just so much conditioner. Maybe I used too much. I did use a lot for for the few lock extensions that I had, but again, I used that vase. I filled it up, and you can still see that there's conditioner and still sudsing up. So again, just wanting to make sure that I got the majority of the conditioner and the shampoo out of the lock extensions. Okay, so now that I've gotten all of that conditioner out, I've gotten a good rinse on, I went ahead and towel dried my lock extensions and then laid them out to dry. And just as you can see, our color is spot on, right? So we used, like I said, about 1/3 of a bottle of the Adore color, and our color is spot on. Okay, so there you have it. I am going to leave these lock extensions to air dry. I try with, natural hair to allow it to air dry as much as possible. Every now and again on my own personal hair, I do actually take the diffuser and kind of go in to get my roots to dry a little bit, or I'll sit under the dryer. But anywho, that's a whole nother video. I'm going to let these air dry and then we will come back with the install. So stay tuned.